What is up there everyone, it's the Gardener Gamertech here, and today we are doing a tutorial on how to complete the Easter egg for the Origins Zombies map in Black Ops 2. I hope you enjoy. Now step 1 is secure the keys. Now this basically requires you to have upgraded all the elemental staffs. In this video I won't be showing you how to do it, but once you've completed this, Samantha will then tell you this. Now on to step 2, Ascend from Darkness. This requires that you put the staffs in specific places. First things first, you need to grab the fire staff under Pack-a-Punch. There will be this sort of slot in the ground and you just go up to it and hold square while holding the fire staff, and the fire staff will be placed into it. Now next you need to put the ice staff into the robot in the church. So what you need to do is go up into the robot's head. There will be another slot and you just go and put the ice staff in the same way as you did with the fire. Now you need to repeat this step, putting the wind staff into the middle robot.
We may take shelter here for a short time.
And then putting the lightning staff into the robot by generator 2.
At least we will be safe for a few moments.
Once you've completed this step, Samantha will then say this.
I'm not safe here. You have to hurry. Only the giants can break the seal.
Now on to step 3, Rain Fire. Now before you do this you must make sure you have the airstrike grenades, and this is quite a complex step in a way. Now first things first, you need to make sure you have the Thunder Fist. In order to get these you need to have filled up the 4 chests around the map to capacity. Once you do that you will see the symbol which tells you have a reward. You then need to go to the box at either generator 1 or generator 6 and you can go and collect your reward, which is the Thunder Fists. Now at generator 2 you can grab a stone from the table. If you go and place that in the fountain in the church, you can then use the Thunder Fist to get melee kills near that fountain and it will clean your stone. Once you've killed enough zombies with the Thunder Fist near the fountain, your stone will be clean and you can then take it to generator 2 back to the table. Now you can either do this the way Flair did it, where he goes across the map. You have to make sure you do not touch any mud, otherwise you have to put it back in the fountain and restart running back to generator 2. Now the way Flair did it, he took a route around the map which used a lot of wooden flooring, so he didn't touch any of the mud. Or you could always do it like I did, where I just sat on the tank and just rode my way to generator 2 and then jumped off when I found the staircase.
I tire of this journey.
Then, once you put your stone on the table, you need to get more Thunder Fist kills near the stone, which will then eventually give you the airstrike grenades. And now onto the actual step itself. One of the players has to go up into a robot. All 3 robots will be spawning in, so you have to work out which robot has an open foot. The person who has done this will then find a button inside the robot. Now this is where you need to communicate, because the person needs to push the button and the other person with the airstrike grenades needs to throw it onto this concrete slab which I show you here. I actually got it wrong the first time, but all you need to do is push the button again and it will allow the person another go. But once you've used both your airstrike grenades, and if you miss both times, then you have to wait probably for a max ammo. Once you've completed the steps, Samantha will then say this.
Souls must be released from the pit, but it was said no mortal could enter.
Now for step 4, Unleash the Horde. Now this requires you use the Maxis drone. You go over to where you just threw the airstrike grenade onto the pit and you use your Maxis drone there. Make sure there are no zombies near you, otherwise the Maxis drone will start killing the zombies instead of doing the Easter egg step. Once the Maxis drone has gone into the pit, it will unleash the Horde, which is basically an entire wave of panzers. Now you're going to want some good weapons. The weapons that seem to work best are the fire and lightning staff. Also if you have a pack-a-punched pistol, the starting pistol, the Mauser, if you pack-a-punch that, it is really effective at taking out the panzers. Also ray guns are also very effective, but if you haven't got any of those, just aim for headshots and you will take them out eventually. Once you've killed off all the panzers, you will then hear Samantha say this.
Find the spirit of the sky. Only on Earth can he be defeated.
Now for step 5, Skewer the Winged Beast. Now this requires you to have a zombie blood. Now if you don't already have one way of doing it is like me and Flair will show you here, where you use the upgraded ice staff and to shoot 3 flaming chariots. Once the flames have gone out, it should spawn a zombie blood. You do have to do it in a certain amount of time, otherwise it will reset. And we found that you don't actually have to do it in this order. Sometimes it works in a different order. You will maybe just have to try. But once the zombie blood spawns, you'll be looking for a plane in the sky. It will look just like the fire plane with an orange glow around it, but you do need a bullet weapon to shoot it down. I tried to shoot it down with the Pack-a-Punch Mauser and it just didn't work, so I had to buy an MP40 and then shoot it down.
I feel different. The foul stench floods my nostrils.
Once you've shot the plane down, you will also need to still be in zombie blood. It's best if you shoot the plane down from the dig site, because then you can look for the pilot, because the pilot will give you your Maxis drone. The pilot is just a zombie, but you'll only be able to see this zombie in zombie blood mode, but it's fairly easy to find as it will just be running around in a circular ring around the dig site. So once you've found it, you then have to kill it. I found the wind staff was extremely effective at taking it out. I killed it in 1 hit. And then once you've completed this, you will gain your Maxis drone back, and Samantha will then say this.
Guardians of the Scroll must feel your might.
Now to step 6, Wield a Fist of Iron. Now this is where you have to go underneath the Pack-a-Punch machine where you would build your staffs. You need to stand there holding one of the upgraded staffs. And you will then need to use Thunder Fist's melee to melee the zombies as they spawn in. You need to stand behind the stairway, otherwise they won't spawn in with the white glowing arms. You need to just melee them with the Thunder Fists, and eventually you will see a stone pop up. Once you grab this, you then have an elemental punch. Depending on which staff you're holding, depends on what your punch will be. So for instance, if you're holding the lightning staff, when you use your upgraded punch, you will then have a lightning Thunder Fist punch. Now me and Flair found a really good strategy was to have one of us using either the wind or ice staff, holding down the trigger ready to use the special ability where it creates a wind or ice storm that sucks the zombies in, just in case things started going wrong. And it actually worked really well because one of us would melee and get ours done, then we'd just swap over and then we could both got it done without dying. Once you have completed this step, you're really close to finishing the Easter egg, and Samantha says this.
We are so close. Please, keep going. Release the souls of the ancients.
Now to step 7, Raise Hell. Now this requires you to go down in the crazy place. You need to put all the staffs on their respective plinths. So the fire staff needs to go from where you got the fire stone, lightning from the lightning stone, winds to wind, and ice to ice. Now what you need to do is once you've put all the staffs in there, you need to get kills in the crazy place. And then eventually you will open up a sort of teleporter in the roof because the souls will have been collected from the ancients and it will have raised hell. Now, you really want some good weapons. The Pack-a-Punch Mauser is really good. I used the Scar, and it was just a case of you just need to have weapons you're comfortable with, ray guns, machine guns, whatever you think you'll be able to hold off well with, because the crazy place can be quite difficult to hold off in sometimes. But once you've completed this, in fact, all the rocks will have raised up, and you will actually get the Little Lost Girl achievement. But there is actually one more step. Now this requires you to have the Maxis drone, so what you do is you go into the centre of the crazy place and release the Maxis drone up into the clouds you can see in the roof. This will then reunite Maxis with Samantha, and then you will have a teleport, and it says hold square to access teleporter. Once all the players have done this, you will then end the game and you'll get the cutscene. I really hope this tutorial has been helpful. Please leave a like if you've enjoyed. Shout out to Flair123, his channel will be in the description. He helped me complete this. This has been the Guy on the Gamertag. I'm going to leave you to see the cutscene at the end, but I will see you on another video.
As the gates to Agartha opened, the 4 heroes were rewarded with riches beyond imagination. From that day forward, they knew that Samantha would keep them safe. Forever.
Getting everything wrong. I told you before, their eyes should be blue.
It's my turn, Eddie. I can do whatever I want.
But you don't even know how to play properly. Girls don't know enough about zombies.
Put some choice away, children. Make sure the windows are locked before you come down to the basement.
You'd better do what your dad says. I didn't even get my turn.
tomorrow, Eddie. You get to make the rules. I promise. Come on, Fluffy.
I wish the heroes in our stories were real, Sam.
I know what you mean. But we will make everything okay. My dad says he has a plan.